and welcome to this edition of Spotlight with Sandhya. I've started watching a very interesting series on Netflix called Snowpiercer. Snowpiercer has a Bangalore connection. Our very own Neil Foley has recently won a competition, an international design competition no less, to design a car for this train. Winning competitions isn't anything new for Neil, and he designs for both Indian and international clients, and he's taken part in innumerable contests and won about 40 of them so far. To tell us more about the contest that he's won and to talk about his design ethos, let's invite the founder and creative director of Neil Foley Design. Hi Neil, welcome to Spotlight with Sandhya.
Hi Sandhya, thank you for inviting me on your show. It's lovely to meet you.
Congrats again on winning the drone hanger contest. Curious to know more details about this very interesting international design contest that you won. And it's based on such a popular series, right? So I want to know, all those questions. Were you familiar with the genre of science fiction? Had you watched the film in 2013? Had you already started watching the series on, on Netflix? How long did it take you to work on this? Please give me some more details.
Sure. To start with, I like to continuously benchmark my design skills to keep abreast with today's ever-changing social and tech world. So I scout the World Wide Web for challenges where I could, challenge myself by participating in these design competitions. This is how I actually came across the challenge. And the challenge was very clear: to design an original, customized and visually inspiring train car for the Hollywood series Snowpiercer. Snowpiercer is basically, it's a new Hollywood series that is set more than 7 years after the world has become a frozen wasteland. It's a futuristic thriller. It is about the last humans who inhabit a gigantic, perpetually moving train that circles the globe. It's about their stories. I always start a project by deep diving into understanding the scenario, the environment for which I will be designing. So in this project, I started with immersing myself into the Hollywood 2013 movie, and then into the series, which is the latest series, which is being streamed now. Understanding the genre, the plot, the characters, the overall design language of the sets and costumes, the technology used in products, and the spaces. Post that, what I do is I start brainstorming on ideas in my sketchbook, start using just a basic pen and clean sheet of paper, doodling idea after idea. Then I evaluate these ideas. Once I know that a certain idea has potential, I start to refine them and detail them out to its final avatar. This project overall took me roughly around 25 to 30 days.
That's it. Being immersed in this universe, it would have seemed like a very short span to you too. What does winning this challenge entail? I mean, what do you get out of it?
Right.
What are the rewards?
It is important as a designer to push the envelope of creativity, design sensibility, manufacturing levels, and continuously upping one's design thinking and visualization levels. So I think international design competitions are a great platform for this. The best part of winning an international award is that of you get to work and interact with, you meet like-minded people. You get to work with them, all working towards creating a better world through design and design thinking. Also, people around the world get to see your work, and you start then collaborating with clients. You have clients not only overseas, not only in India, you have people abroad who are actually looking at your work. And this is fantastic because through one's design, one is able to touch the lives of more people and make it better.
Oh, that sounds so wonderful, Neil. Would this be your 39th or 40th, win?
Yes, it's my 40th award.
Wow, that's quite a milestone, I must say. And, some of the notable ones that you've one in the past, like, the German Red Dot design, the US
Right.
ID International Design Review, and I think another German prize, Braun Prize. How
Right.
was, designing for this, series of Snowpiercer series different
Right.
from the other challenges that you took part in?
Actually, every design challenge is different, and a design is evaluated on different criteria for that specific challenge. The stress on form, functionality, innovativeness, problem area understanding, design impact vary from challenge to challenge. But what is common to all international awards is that one gets to work on a common platform. And like I mentioned, meet like minded people with the same goal for making things better through design.
One of the very notable achievements that you have is you've been honored as the best Indian designer by Business World and Elle Decor and many other publications. Apart from which, you had the honor of representing India at the London Design Week and 100% Design, and you had won the national winner for national award for the International Design Entrepreneur, contest by British Council. Apart from taking part in all these, contests, your body of work spans multiple genres. I think you design consumer durables, retail solutions, automobiles, urban space solutions, apart from branding and packaging, of course. So I'm curious to know what constitutes the essence of your design. What would you say is brand meal for you?
When we design products, systems, and environments, my aim is to transform one's experience into a memorable one with stories that have a deeper connect and meaning. Through design thinking, we identify the latent needs of products, and our creativity dramatically alters perceptions through design. So I think our design language, what I would say is minimal, and simplicity is our core value. And every product that we design expresses how we care about the world we live in, and each one evokes a cognitive dialogue with the user with a deep and meaningful connection.
You're a major contributor to the evolution of form in product design in India. And I think it'd be very interesting if you could explain what have been the key milestones in this evolution.
The greatest achievement, I think, for a designer is to see one's products in the market, touching and influencing the lives of people. uh, I specialized in product design from the National Institute of Design, Ahmedabad. After design college, I started my career designing luxury buses, then studied business design at Domus Academy in Italy. Business design is basically the business part of the art, which is design. Then worked with Titan and Fast Track, where I designed a lot of wristwatch collections with deep design stories, like the Aviators collection, the Squadron collection. So this is the Squadron watch that I'm wearing right now. This is inspired by jet fighters, the cockpit instruments. I designed a lot of lines of watches for Fast Track, the Beach collection, Army, Tattoo, all with deeper meaning with them. Sunglasses, uh, moved on to retail solutions. One of the advantages of running a design studio is that one works with a multitude of projects, cutting across categories, kitchen appliances to retail solutions, mobile devices to packaging. One project which I would like to really talk about, where I would say my contribution was major in the evolution of form in product design, is the category of mixer grinders. These have helped companies create a whole new kitchen experience, and thus have generated huge revenues and have substantially impacted the valuation of a company. Preeti, which is a kitchen appliance company in the south, uh, they got bought over by Philips, I think, a few years back. They had approached me around 8 to 9 years back with a design brief of designing a new mixie. And the brief was very clear. It was in terms of, Neil, we need you to design an L-shaped mixie. I think you would agree, in those days, the L-shaped mixie, every brand had an L-shaped mixie. So I questioned them, why do you need another L type? And Why do you want to be a me too? So as a designer, I propose to them blended forms, forms that are compact, forms that are more expressive, forms that tell a story. Once these kitchen appliances, these mixer grinders were produced, they actually stood out from the rest of the competition when they were on the shelves. Customers and consumers started talking about these designs. So I was told that one of the reasons for the shooting sales numbers was the design uniqueness.
Oh, that's really interesting because I think people would want good looking products apart from them being utilitarian. And in this case, you added an amazing new utility factor along with the good looks of a very,
Right.
very important gadget in the kitchen. That's really good, Neil. Good to know that. I didn't know about this. That brings up a question since you design for markets across the world. Do you feel there's any difference in designing a product for India and designing a product for the international market?
Every client, domestic or international, approaches you for a different set of product challenges. And we as designers use design as a tactical tool to solve them. I don't see a difference in designing for projects across continents, as the processes and the technologies that we actually work with are almost the same. What varies is only the target audience for whom you are designing, their sensibilities, their lifestyle, the environment they live in. However, humanness does not change.
Okay. I want to step back a bit to, the kind of categories of products that you've designed. I'm very fascinated that you also designed a bicycle. And I think you have a patent on that, right? Did
Right.
it ever get into production? Tell me a little bit more about it.
Sure. These bicycle design briefs were again a part of an international competition. The sole idea of this project was to push the envelope of design thinking to create trends and directions for international bicycle industry. There are some companies who have taken some of these ideas forward with variations in them.
Since you've accomplished so many things already, I want to know what's next. I mean, do you think designing this train car for the series is going to be a step into the movie industry? Do you have anything on the annual currency?
I am working on a few exciting projects, a few kitchen appliances, retail store identities, an autonomous vehicle, a bicycle. We spoke about a bicycle just now, some packaging for spirits. And yes, I would love to work for more Hollywood movies, movie related projects, especially sci-fi movies, because I just love science fiction.
The timeline is that your design would be used sometime by the end of the year in the shooting process. Am I right?
Yes, I hope we see it in shortly. It needs a lot of development time for the same.
So I think we are going to be very interested in closely following your involvement in designing this
Yes.
train car. It's going to be a very exciting journey, I think, Neil. Do you have anything to tell our viewers? Anything else?
I think we have answered quite a few of the design related questions, but I think there is a lot of potential to redesign, relook at systems and products for the future. The changing technology, the way things are changing today, we as designers also need to adapt to scenarios like this, and therefore, come up with innovative ideas for consumers the way forward.
Challenges like this, contests like this, which lead to collaboration across the board, across cultures and countries, would be a way to learn more. And it would be really interesting to see the new developments in design that are coming out from India. Thank you so much for being on Spotlight with Sandhya, Neil. And to our viewers, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the show with Neil Foley, award-winning Indian product designer. Please do subscribe to the Raintree Media channel on YouTube, like and share our videos. You can also listen to the interviews as podcasts on Spotify. I'll be back soon with another interesting guest. Until then,